Hello, my name is Angeli. I'm a certified life coach and I'm also a licensed professional counselor in the state of Georgia. And I just wanted to talk to you really quick about the power of our words. I have done a video, I think previously, maybe a couple of months ago, but I did want to talk to you about how important it is because as I work with children and teenagers, oftentimes I hear a lot of what their parents call them and how they're maybe oftentimes verbally abused. And in different cultures, sometimes we might see that, the words that we use as a little bit normal. We normalize certain things in our culture or even in our family traditions and stuff like that. But oftentimes I think we might take it too far. And it is very important that we know how to speak to our children because it does affect them. I would say that it affects them more than if there's some kind of physical abuse. Verbal abuse is not something that we should take very lightly. It is something that affects people on different levels, but also for many, many, many years. And oftentimes for a lot of people to get over verbal abuse is really hard because those words penetrate their mind and their hearts. And it's really hard for them to get past that. And they could go on for years being stuck in their life because of words that were spoken over them when they were younger. Now, I'm a Christian person. I believe in the Bible, and I know that the Bible has many verses that talk about the power of our words. And I'm going to share a few with you, and then I'm also going to do scientifically that yes, there is power in our words, that there is energy that we release. Our words are not void of power. Our words are not just simple words that just come out of our mouth and that's it. And they're like a puff of air that go away. No, our words do have energy. They do affect the hearer, but they also affect the person that is saying those words. If I speak negatively towards myself, whether in my mind or to myself verbally, I am affecting myself. And I'm also affecting anyone else that I speak any kind of bad words over or any kind of curse words over. So there's a couple of verses in the Bible. Proverbs 18:21 says that there is power of life and death on our tongue. Proverbs 13:3 says, for those who guard their lips preserve their lives, but those who speak rashly will come to ruin. Right? So we have to guard our words. We have to, be careful what we are talking. In Psalms 119:105 says, by your words you will be justified, and by your words you will be condemned. So there are power in our words. There's other verses that say that, where there's a multitude of words, you'll come to sin. When we constantly speak or we're constantly yelling or we're constantly in arguments, we're going to fall into sin. And there's another verse that says, we will give an account for every idle word that has come out of our mouth. And an idle word is a word that does not have any fruit attached to it. There's no benefit to that word. We're just constantly talking and, talking, that oftentimes we don't even know what we're saying half of the time, but that we will give an account for all of those idle words that come out of our mouth. So we do have to be careful what we say. Our words do have power for life or for death. There is no in between. The Bible doesn't give us a gray area. Our words are for life or our words are for death, right? And as believers or people who believe that the Bible is true, as Christian believers, we have to learn to guard our mouth. We have to learn to guard our mouth and have that self-control, right? To refrain ourselves, oftentimes biting our tongue, right? And so there's another verse in the Bible that says that stronger is a man who knows how to conquer his tongue than he who conquers a city, right? And so it's one of our smallest organs, but oftentimes it's one of the most difficult to control. But as parents, right, as adults, we have to learn to control our tongue, right? And for our benefit, right? And also for the benefit of the hearer that is hearing us,